Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
Gata, mă predau, eu zic mâine ca la pușcărie, să mă jur. Gata, gata, calmea este, stai jos. Cuțu, niciun cuțu, pis. Jos, stai jos, Arle, stai jos. Stai acolo, stai bine. Da, stai acolo. Jeez, her accusations. Tocmai ce a zis Nivelecica, I hope that everything works smoothly with the Harbinger. Meanwhile, enough playing shutdown accusations. Da să vedeți și o bagă pe asta în pământ acum, că știu conversația.
What are you trying to say?
Că Furina nu-i cine crede toată lumea. Săraca nu știe, săraca-i pe altă lume.
At this point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontanian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are, relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable? The prophecy's hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Heart have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you, it beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
I am not alone in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontain may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now.
To be honest, Arlecchino is completely right. But at the same time, she's wrong. On, let's say, 10 to 20%, Furina is right. She's wrong about that she was doing nothing about the prophecy. But Focalor does. But not Furina. Focalor does something about Furina, no. And her speakings in the name of Focalor is kind of painful.
Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me.
She kinda does. She kinda does. Shut the fuck up, Furina. She does. They all does. They all have their right to judge you. The appearance you show to everyone and their accusations towards you, they are all freaking true. They have a lot. They are right to accuse you, to judge you, and your words upon the mortals, in ghilimele, talking like a god when you know that you are not, but anyone behaves with you like you will, like you are, my bad, like you are the Hydro Archon, is because you look exactly like her. And soon enough, maybe in like I don't know, 20 episodes, I don't know. You'll realize that, won't you?
Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
No one says that you cannot hold your head up high, because that's what you're doing in general, Furina. But you're not gonna save us all. You are not gonna do anything. You will only sit on the chair of opera epicus. You'll just sit on your chair on the opera epicus, and you'll just cry in darkness, while anyone down in front of you is kinda gonna go crazy because they don't know what the fuck it will happen and they are all afraid of death, but nothing gonna happen. Thanks to someone, but not to her. Nah.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
I...
Not even I know. Yeah.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
I hate her.
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
An emergency response plan?
Oh, that look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinal?
I've told you that she's gonna bury her in accusations. I told you. I told you she's gonna destroy her with accusations. Look at her. And look at... Literally, look at Folina and look at Arle. She literally buried her.
And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina.
Yes!
I first caught wind of this when Linny tried to investigate the oratrice in the opera house. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium. But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon? Oh, right. I almost forgot. Udex Nuvilette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some troublesome business.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side. Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
No.
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer. Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great. If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the knave for bringing these over as well.
You're welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss child before I must be on my way.
Paimon's coming too!
Ok, nimeni nu te întreba nimic. Florina, get out of my face. I don't wanna see you anymore. I have a very, very, very good friend that absolutely adore Florina. Either Columbina, the third Fatui Harbinger, who likes Arlen, the name, being like the fourth Fatui Harbinger. But it's gonna be so fun. She's kinda going crazy when I say I hate Florina so hard. She's kinda getting crazy. To be honest, I prefer the crazy Columbina besides her. Beside her, I prefer the crazy Columbina. And should I show you all why do I call her crazy? I mean, I can do that in just a little moment. Yeah, look here.
We'd have to fight then and there to decide which one of us gets to survive. The Fatui Harbingers are ranked by strength, and I have no idea why that girl is number 3. I test my skills with every Harbinger who ranks above me if I had the chance, but when it comes to her, something just doesn't feel right. Anyway, you should be careful around her. Look.
Da. Toată lumea zice, până și 2 secunde că eram pe... Bă, fi-mi mouse-ul. Așa. Eram pe scena greșită și după aia nu vreau să întâmple chestii. Așa, acum pot să caut niște. Până și... Never mind. It was just around here. Dacă vreți să știți ce a zis și încă un Harbinger playable pe care îl avem despre Columbina și Arle, o să fiți puțin surprinși. Puțin cam mult. Puțin cam prea mult. Oops.
Collective prestige. Thankfully, I'm no longer part of that group. Let me ask. What should you do if you were to encounter a damsel who is oblivious and innocent at any given time, and unconcerned and unfeeling in any given situation? If it were me, I could at least challenge her to a fight. But if it were you, with your conscience, I would stay away from her.
Like toată lumea pe care o cunoaște pe Furina, pe Doamne, pe Furina, pe Columbina e ceva genul just stay the fuck away of her. Toată lumea e ceva genul stay away from her. Stay away or you're gonna die. Something like that.
with a doctor is sure to meet a nasty end. A wolf in sheep's clothing. To exert a higher level of control over people, she puts on a graceful and cordial front. Most of those who have seen her true crazy self have gone poof.
Acum înțelegi ce vă zic eu. Deci, efectiv, astea două sunt un cuplu... Băi, deci, efectiv, astea două sunt așa... Ferească-te Sfântul să le vezi împreună.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, child was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
That's what Paimon thought.
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude. Do I look like an irresponsible father to you?
No. You look
The
like a
House of
mommy.
the Hearth is
Huh?
very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
I know you do. Because that's why you're a mommy. Ha? Ce, what, ce, cum? Bă, stați bă acolo.
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings. I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Lenny.
You mean Ridesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Farina?
Nu vrei să o știi. Nu vrei să o știi. Personal, impresia mea, impresia mea personală despre Florina, nu vrei să o știi. Atâta zic. Nu vrei să o știi.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontain, able to move around most easily. Allow me to share my perspective with you.
Just do it.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Child was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused?
De-aia v-am zis că sosirea lui pe aici, eu cam dat planurile peste cap.
I...
Forget it. He did give us an opportunity. I will be meeting someone shortly.
Do you require help with any preparations?
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Farina, a Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
True.
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you. You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis. But I didn't expect the chance to approach Farina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious. Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
True. Bă, da, eu acum am observat artwork-urile alea lui Furina, alea nu ce cred, alea pe bune, eu credeam așa că asta e o mânușă, dar asta chiar are mâna neagră. What the fuck is her story? I'm really curious. Which the fuck is her story? I want her out to know that all.
It's just